Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Tony.
I am James Neal.
I'm John.
And this is the Misconduct podcast, episode number 34. We have James Neal in the house, Daddy himself,
Yes.
wearing his sunglasses, and
Yes.
he's the Western Conference champion.
Yes, Western Conference champions, 2017 Predators. Here we go.
Here
Penguins
we
are going
go.
down.
We're recording this on Sunday, so if you're listening to it at any point during this week, you'll know whether or not they're doing well or not.
Yeah.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Right now, we're losing 2-1.
Yeah, right now it's 2-1, but we could come back.
Yeah.
We could tie the series,
We
which
could.
would be super exciting. I mean, the turnout downtown is insane.
It is.
I've never seen anything like it. We kind of talked about that before the podcast. I'm trying to think of the most recent sporting example where the whole town, maybe when Cleveland won the final last year in the NBA.
Yeah.
They had a crazy turnout. They had like 1 million people downtown Cleveland. I remember seeing it, but it wasn't during the game. I feel.
It was after they had
It
won
was
it.
after,
Yeah.
but they said they had like 50,000 people filling Broadway.
See, I'm equating it to like the Seahawks when they went to the Super Bowl.
But were they filling their streets?
I think so.
Oh, were they? Okay, I know that they're. I mean, it's football. Everybody can make it inside the stadium because there's so many freaking seats.
And they have their whole 12th man.
Yeah, the 12th
like
man.
we have our 7th man.
the 7th man banner. But yeah, it's exciting times over here in Nashville.
Also, I'm not James Neal.
Yeah, who
I'm
are you?
Alan.
Alan, and you're wearing your sunglasses during the day,
Yes.
which is totally normal.
I don't care.
You can wear it at
Actually, it
night,
is
too.
totally normal. Now I think about it, yeah.
If it was nighttime, then this would be totally awkward.
Then I'd be Corey Hart.
You sure would. You sure would. Now, if you're watching this podcast on youtube.com/GameMisconduct, you probably saw the title. It's John News / E3 prediction time. We're going to do that at the front side of this podcast, and then we're going to follow it up with some Top Titty 10 Tuesday. It's Alan's turn this week. Are we excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're clapping. And then we're going to finish the podcast off with a Wonder Woman spoiler review. So that's why we parked it at the end of the podcast. So if you guys want to enjoy the first half and you haven't seen Wonder Woman, you can enjoy it. And then you go see Wonder Woman and then come back and we'll talk about all the nerdy details. But for the time being, I'm going to hand it on over to John for the John News. What up, buddy?
Hello.
John News.
So, there's going to be a Super Mario World theme park. It's going to be the equivalent of Disney World in the fact that they're going to have like hotels, restaurants themed, Mario-wise.
Where?
Orlando, Hollywood, same thing as,
Kind of like
kind of like
Universal.
Disney World.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be one in Osaka, Japan.
We got to go to the Japanese one.
I don't know. I just want to go to any of them.
Yeah,
that
I do
sounds
too,
like
but-
super fun.
So they did confirm, I don't know if I read it correctly, but they are going to, obviously, you're going to have a Mario Kart, ride where you can go karts, and
That's cool.
it'd be interesting to see that happening. But that's pretty big for like, I don't really know too many video games that have.
Yeah, none of them really have attractions with the exception of maybe like a Tomb Raider ride, but that could be based off of the movie.
True.
I think it was, Kings Island has a Tomb Raider ride, and it's the most horrifying thing I've ever been on in my life. Dude, it takes you up on like this pendulum thing in the room and just holds you upside down like it's trying to dump you out of the thing. My feet are dangling in front of my... No, it's horrible.
No, but I think that's cool because you could stay at, I don't know, all these different hotels and stuff. That's based
I'd be
off of-
really
off of
excited
Mario.
to go to a
That's awesome.
Nintendo World.
You might could go to Delfino Plaza and walk around.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That would be cool.
Is
That'd
it
be cool.
only going to be Mario, or are they going to bring like the Donkey Kongs and the
I don't know if
the other characters?
I'm not sure.
Zelda? Oh my god. I want it.
I mean, you could definitely have a really cool.
I'm
Zelda
assuming
ride.
this is in the early stages of
Correct.
development,
Go
like they
stand-
just announced it.
Go stay in Bowser's Castle.
Yeah. So like things like that would be really fun to
Dude,
do.
I'm pumped. I want it right now. Like super bad.
That would be probably like my equivalent of like my wife or Liz wanting to go to Harry Potter World.
Yeah, Harry Potter. Yep.
Or any other buddy. That's
We'll get Halo World next.
yeah.
Go hang out with the chief and arbiter.
If they put it in Orlando,
No Spartan lock.
That's where you guys make a deal. Be like, look, we're going to Mario World.
Yeah, you going over to...
Well, no. Then be like, you go to Mario World. We'll go to Harry Potter World tomorrow.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because I do want to go to Harry Potter
Yeah, I do
World.
too.
Have you haven't been? Mm-mm. Yeah, that's on my... See,
I
Liz
wanna go
hasn't
too.
been to Disney World either, so I think I'm gonna have to just go take a Florida trip and knock it all out.
You pretty much need like 2 weeks to do it all. Though.
What I'm bummed about, and we're getting on the theme park discussion, is the Guardians of the Galaxy ride's only in Hollywood.
I thought it was in Florida.
I think they just opened it in LA. So
they do have the Avatar World in Florida.
Yes, now that's cool.
And they're making the Star Wars world.
Oh, really?
No, not Star Wars world, but
like
it's like a huge section because in like there's like a little bitty spot kind of pushed in the back of Hollywood Studios where Star Wars is, and that's where they have you ever seen the videos with like the little kids are like doing the Jedi training and stuff. They have that, and they have the ride where you just kind of sit. And it's like a motion VR type of thing where
that's cool.
You're going to different places.
They should model it after like Tatooine or something.
That's what the store that they have is kind of like the cantina.
Oh hell yeah!
It kind of looks like those the Mos Eisley buildings and things. But the new part that they're making in Star Wars world is going to be I think it's going to be like a hangar bay kind of, and it's going to have a Millennium Falcon ride.
Oh yeah!
And there's going to be like a Falcon set up. Like, real size.
That wasn't even a word I said.
What'd you say?
I said like
John. Going to Star Wars.
Anyway,
that's awesome. No, I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
Oh yeah.
I had no clue. Thanks for bringing that.
We got 2 delays again.
I don't like delays.
First one's Shadow of Mordor.
What? Really? Or Shadow of War?
Yeah.
Don't correct us. We corrected him.
Shadows of War, the new one.
When's it getting delayed to?
October, so just 2 months.
Damn, that's a pretty big delay, though.
It is. I
guess it's probably because Red Dead's gone.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah, they're like, oh wait,
we don't have to worry about that.
We can spend 2 more months polishing this and sending it out. Okay. But that's the same. It's Warner Brothers, same studio that made Arkham games. So
they've been doing that.
They did it with Arkham Knight. I think it was a 2-3 month delay.
Dude, that was like into the next year though, because it was supposed to come out in when was that? 2014.
Yeah, and
then it came out in 2015. Is that right?
Or
was it 16? So. When did The Witcher come out? It came out the same year.
Witcher was 15.
Yeah, so 15. Because I remember
it was like right.
I remember The Witcher came out, and then Arkham Knight came out, and I took a break from The Witcher, and then I went back to The Witcher, and I played it for like 5 months.
I still haven't beat Arkham Knight.
Yeah, it was okay.
You guys tell me, nah.
You should at least play it.
You should play it, and I just don't worry about like all the Batmobile stuff. Like me, I was trying to be like Mr. Completionist, and the Batmobile stuff really just put a damper on things for me.
It was June 2015.
Okay,
because it was supposed to come out in March.
Yeah, I remember it was
March or April.
I think it was the year before, man. Because I remember E3. They're like, yeah, this is getting delayed.
It was supposed to be like August 2014 or something.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Really?
Yeah, it was a big delay because it was during that time that a lot of games were screwing up. And delays were becoming very common because of the whole Watch Dogs thing. Having coming out and just being a pile of trash.
Yeah.
So, or Unity.
We won't talk about that.
No, we don't speak on that.
We've talked about it enough. But that's...
What's the other one that got delayed?
It's not really a game. It's just a service. They pushed back the Switch Online service.
Oh, no.
They delayed it to 2018.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And they also came out and said that they've never officially confirmed a virtual console.
Really?
They did say that.
Yeah.
But they are doing something that's different than it though.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if it's like an on-demand thing or something, but
I thought they did. Yeah, because they were talking about how you could get like with the online thing, you get old classic games.
They said that's different.
They said that's different than the virtual console. Yeah. So
that's a bad move if they don't.
So we assume that, which most likely they'll probably have one.
Yeah.
But it's probably them just, we're not going to say anything. E3 is a week away.
I just don't think they planned out their console launch really well. I mean,
they just wanted to rush it.
They just wanted it out to get away from the Wii U stain upon their market report or whatever.
They delayed that to 2018, but they also gave us price points.
Oh yeah,
it's $3.99 a month, or you can do a 3-month at $7.99. Or you can do the full year at $19.99.
That's cheap.
That is cheap.
That's nice. I hope it's worth it.
Me too.
Because you got to use that separate app to talk to people.
Yeah.
That's not that
cool.
But I mean, if you want to play Mario Kart, can you play it online right now? Can you play the new Mario Kart online?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. I don't know. Put in the comments.
Landon, let us know.
Landon, tell us.
Online. That's probably brutal, man. Competitive Mario Kart online. Mm-hmm. Cool. What else you got for us, Johnny?
Then they did say that we're getting Defenders in August, September, somewhere around there. They confirmed that Punisher will have his series come out in November.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for that.
Shane,
He was a great part of season 2.
Yeah. Daredevil season 2 is still my favorite. I'm still struggling finishing Luke Cage. I'm on like episode 10 and I cannot find the will to finish it. And it's like the whole Jessica Jones thing. It's better than Jessica Jones, but I just cannot finish it. I think it's just too drawn out. They need to shorten those seasons a little bit, except for Daredevil, because Daredevil just gets me.
their shows are all literally like an hour versus like
Yeah.
the occasional or the normal 42 minutes.
Yeah.
They need to shorten them to be like a normal.
Yeah, but that's such a Netflix thing, though. They always do the hour-long episodes, and they give you 13 of them.
That's like I started watching Flaked, the second season. It's a half-hour show. Episodes are like 34, 35 minutes long.
Really?
Like, come on, man.
Little drawn out.
Yeah.
It gets a little... The only show I care about is Game of Thrones, but that's because they have so much to cover, and it's actually interesting. Luke Cage, I feel like they're just kind of like, well, we need 13 episodes, so let's just do this random episode about Luke Cage finding himself.
Yeah.
Let me go rediscover my old past. So, still good. I would say it's better than Jessica Jones, but I am excited for the Defenders. That's going to be cool to see a team up on Netflix.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of Game of Thrones, do you have the delay thing or whatever for the final season in the news?
I don't
want to hijack
I
your
don't,
news.
but go ahead. Got it. You got it.
So it came out and said that the final season of Game of Thrones, depending on how long it takes to write it and shoot it and everything, will not come out till 2019.
Are they extending it an extra season? Because they were talking about doing that too.
Mm-mm.
So you're not going to get one in 2018 is what they're saying?
Pretty much, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's a bad move on their part. Unless they're looking to try to launch their new series next year.
Could be.
That's
Yeah.
probably what they're trying to do.
I also saw that the current showrunners will not be involved with the spinoffs if they do it.
Oh, wow. So that's an HBO thing.
Yeah, well, they said like they're not going to add anything to the story.
Yeah. Well, those guys are they're I mean, I'm sure they're worn down from doing Game of Thrones for all these years.
For what?
7, 8
years.
years. I mean, it's got to get old after a while, but at the same time, like,
It's just
it's
such
probably
a-
weighs on you, man.
Yeah.
With all the people asking questions like, oh, did Jon Snow die or no?
Yeah.
So
And you got that all the time, and then now they're at the point where,
who's gonna win?
yeah,
That's the big
that,
question.
and then we're so far past books that that will never be written. So it's pretty much just what happens then? People texting them, hey,
Could you imagine going
we're
out,
good friends. Tell me what's going on.
you imagine going out to dinner with like your lady or your friends or something and being like, I just want to have a nice dinner. Hey man, is Jon Snow gonna die?
Yeah,
Just
and then
everybody asking. Oh,
Yeah,
Where
it
make me
definitely
mad.
pretty crazy, but
Yeah.
that's what happens. But that's all for the news
All for the news.
because I printed out some sheets.
Ooh, sheets. What kind of
This
sheets?
is. I don't know how we want to do this. I've got the E3 times and dates of what everything's happening, and it has a few things of what they are, I guess, projected to show.
Okay.
And then I figured we can give our speculations
Of
after.
what we'll see. Okay. How about we do it this way? You can go through the list, and then for each separate category, give our top 3 predictions. Each one of us give our own top 3 predictions for each, like the Xbox, the Ubisoft. Sure. And it could be release dates. It could be major announcements. It could be games that aren't even out yet. It can even be as simple as you're getting DLC. So,
Yeah.
because some of those are going to be like Ubisoft. I'm going to be like,
Yeah.
hot take. They only have one game they haven't announced yet. So,
Yeah. So
go for it, Johnny.
let's go for it.
Let's go. Let's
All right.
get that order.
So E3 technically starts a week from yesterday. So if today's Sunday, that means it's Saturday.
starts on Saturday.
Saturday, June the 10th, is just EA. And
EA is going on Saturday?
EA is doing an
Damn,
EA
this
Play.
could be a long weekend next year.
Yeah.
We're reacting to this, by the way.
Yeah.
We didn't put that disclaimer just now, but we're going to be, we took time off of work. We're going to do live reactions and post them, so we're going to blow up your feed. Get ready.
So EA is doing their EA Play. It's going to be a 90-minute conference, and pretty much it's going to be EA. We're going to get the EA Sports. This is what they're giving out. It's including Madden 18, FIFA 18, NBA Live 18, Star Wars Battlefront 2, which I read that they're showing a sneak peek of that game.
Actual play.
Actual gameplay of it, and it's going to be, I think they're going to do kind of like they did, I forgot what game it was, last year. I think it was Battlefield, where
Yeah,
they
it
had
was.
all those random people just playing. So
Like
I think
Snoop Dogg
Yeah.
and Wiz Khalifa.
so. They're apparently going to be doing a Battle of Theed,
Ooh.
which is episode 1. So we might see
Interesting.
some battle droids and things going on.
That's fun.
That's
I
interesting.
like that.
And then they did announce the new Need for Speed, which we didn't really say anything about because Need for Speed is pretty much you can't beat Forza.
Yeah.
But-
I don't know why they're even trying it.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's E3. I'm sorry, that's EA at E3 Saturday, June the 10th.
Do you want to do a little quick prediction? We
Yeah.
don't have to do 3, I guess. I guess we can just throw out our predictions of what we'll see. Do you have anything, Alan, that you think EA is going to throw down at this conference?
First of all, I'm shocked they're trying to do an NBA game again.
Oh, yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
How many times have they tried? Have they done one every year, or did they take a year or two off?
They came back, they took a year off, they tried again, they took a year off, and now they're trying again.
Yeah.
I mean, 2K is so successful.
It is.
You want to try to get into that audience and try to grab some money, but they just don't. They can't do it.
EA Lives have always been,
They used to be okay
Yeah, they did.
back in the day, like on the original Xbox.
Yeah.
But
But
2K's just kind of ran through it.
do we think we'll see a Mass Effect DLC at all, or do you think they've abandoned ship?
I think you're going to see BioWare's new IP.
Yeah, that's a strong prediction. I think you see another Star Wars game besides Battlefront.
Yep.
At least a tease or actual footage. I hope footage instead of being like, this is coming out. Didn't they do that last year? They said this one's coming out or somebody's working on this.
Yeah.
So hopefully you see that.
Maybe
But-
see the shrouded Star Wars game Visceral's working on.
Visceral isn't working on it, so I can't say this one that I really want. I'd really want to see a Dead Space just out of the blue.
That would be nice.
that would be really nice.
So cool, but
They did just make them all backwards compatible. They didn't
they
have
did.
to work on that.
I mean, you
They
might
did.
have something coming up there.
Yeah.
Usually when something like that happens, they're
Spin-off,
preparing.
maybe a prequel. I don't know. They kind of left Isaac in a weird spot at the end of the third
Remember
one.
the end of the third one, right?
Yeah.
There's like infinite Dead Space thingies or whatever.
Yeah.
Remember that? Kind of like Bioshock.
Yeah. Bioshock and different Halo rings. What about you, Johnny? You have anything that you just hot prediction?
was going to say Star Wars, but I'm going to go. You're good. We are going to see a brand new feature to FIFA
Ooh, going with the FIFA.
that's going to be prepared by some famous athlete that can barely speak English.
Oh yeah,
And they'll have to have
It's
a
just
translator.
gonna put a damper on the whole conference.
And that's the only new thing in the game.
Did they last year switch it over to the Frostbite engine?
They did.
Okay, so they're
They did.
officially
And then
over to that.
I think Pele. They showed Pele last year.
They do
Talking
this
about the
every
game.
year.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be fair, it's like their number one seller. It's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
hard. What?
You know what that means?
What?
NHL is going to get completely revamped this year.
You think it's getting Frostbite?
Mm-hmm.
I hope so.
Did 17 not have Frostbite? Oh.
Did Madden have Frostbite?
No.
So they're switching all of their sports games over to that.
FIFA, I think, was the first one that
Yeah.
Huh.
showed Frostbite.
And since it's the same studio,
I hope we see some big names from EA this year. I
Yeah.
hope they don't rely on their same typical BS. I mean, we had Mass Effect was the biggest thing for the last 2 years, so they need something else. So you're going to have the new BioWare IP, and then hopefully, like I said, Dead Space, another Star Wars, and
Definitely need some
FIFA
Star
feature.
Wars.
You
Yeah.
know, you're going to get that. John, just chalk him up on the board right now. He just got it right.
go way out there too, and maybe
There's going to be a new
Republic
FIFA.
reboot.
Yeah, new FIFA
Feature.
Like, I think last year it was like wherever you slid on the pitch, it kept it on there, and you could still see like the footprints of them like running and stuff. Yeah, that's literally the only thing they changed. Oh, well, no, they changed like a dribbling system, but to be honest, nobody in that game does anything but just pick the best teams and try to play online. So
Wow.
I'm turning on the fan audio, listeners. It's hot as balls up here. My attic door was open. I'm going to turn it off throughout, but we need a little bit of
that's
a
our
refresher.
lone Saturday.
Okay, so we got that
Sunday.
Saturday.
Sunday we
Sunday's
are
a big day.
having.
I'll be here for that, by the way.
Sunday we have two going on. First one's Microsoft.
Ooh, what time is that?
Microsoft's is, let me get this specific. We are central. 12 o'clock
Okay.
Sunday, noon.
So it's 10 a.m. Pacific. Okay.
That's kind of early.
No, wait. I don't know.
No, like, where's the time? Right here? It'll be 4 o'clock our time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's 12 o'clock Pacific.
Don't
Or-
2
I
I went the
2
wrong
o'clock.
way.
Yeah.
You did?
Yep, I went the wrong way.
It's 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, okay, cool. So we're going at 4 o'clock. All
right.
What do we have from Microsoft?
Microsoft, what they're going to be showing off, obviously, is Scorpio.
Yeah. Weren't they supposed to do that beforehand?
They were, and then they changed it.
Okay.
So
Something
I
must
mean,
not
they
have
have
been
nothing.
ready.
yeah, something must have happened there because
Nothing.
Phil Spencer was like, we're going to save E3 for the games. We're going to do this early, and then it didn't
Now
happen.
it's just
Now they don't
so
have a
E3
game.
is their reveal.
Scorpio,
Or is
their upgraded Xbox, is really going to be their main focus. Some of the games that they're saying that's going to be highlighted, obviously, we're going to see Crackdown
Oh,
3,
God, yeah, where's Crackdown?
Forza Motorsport 7,
yeah.
which
Yay.
that's it.
That's it.
That's I mean, there were some I didn't mention. Sea of Thieves we'll probably see. They did say that we're not going to see anything Halo 6 related, which I think is a lie.
Yeah.
I think we'll see something.
Yeah, there's got to be something there. I don't know. Microsoft's a tough one this year.
Yeah, they are.
Especially since they haven't done their Scorpio yet. I don't know. I know they had Phantom Dust working for a while, but now they kind of said that was canceled, and then they re-released the original recently for free. It's a free-to-play game. So that would normally be an easy prediction, Phantom Dust 2, but I don't think that's going to happen now.
Yeah.
Scalebound got canceled, so you won't see anything there. I'm thinking you might see another game by Remedy.
Oh, God, you stole what I was going to say.
I'm sorry. Yeah, because Quantum Break, that was last year, but
Yeah.
the thing about Remedy is their projects are normally like 10-year projects, and they always show them off very early.
That was also Remedy did Alan Wake as well, right?
Yeah, they did Alan Wake. I mean, and they're originally a Max Payne studio, so maybe you get a Max Payne or something. That I don't know. That's Rockstar, so they wouldn't go to the Microsoft for
they
that.
have worked with Rockstar in the past.
They have. I don't know. Microsoft's tough.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll see Project Scorpio. I don't know. What do you think?
Okay. I think you're going to see something from Rare. Rare and Remedy is what I was
they're
going
Sea
around.
of Thieves.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. See, I don't know anything Rare does.
What was it last year that the Rare replay came out, or was it the year
I think
before?
so.
Yeah, that was a big deal for them. They just haven't been doing anything, man.
They did
They need to do
Ukulele, didn't they?
No, those were ex-devs from the original Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, they need to get back into those fun cartoony games. Yeah,
Well-
they haven't done anything, I don't think.
Who made Recore?
That was the developers from Metroid Prime
That's
and
right, yep.
Inafune
Yep.
as a brainchild.
So I will say, I remember seeing floating around a little while back, and you may have seen this. The Forza Horizon developers have another team that is working on a open world game that is not racing based.
That's true. So maybe that's a new IP.
Yeah, maybe you'll see something there.
I hope you see new IPs. There was some Assassin's game 2 years back that they talked about. They showed like some CG thing for, and we haven't seen anything since. I don't remember what it is. I'm going to go pull it back up.
Yeah.
It was like it showed like some building or something, and there was an assassin guy up there, but it was a new IP. So I think you're going to see some more stuff, hopefully. If not, then I don't know where this console's going.
There's got to be new stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's literally nothing.
Yeah. They don't have... We can't do anything. Gears of War just came out. Can't do anything with Halo. Well, they said they're not going to do anything with
There's
Halo.
got to be something Halo.
There's going to be something Halo related. We might get the sequel to Spartan Assault come out. We might get some Halo Wars DLC. What's going on with Cuphead?
Oh, I know, right?
We saw
that was supposed
Cuphead
to come out
2
a
years
long
ago.
time ago. That's an
And-
ambitious game.
Yeah, it is.
It looks awesome, though. I hear it's great.
I'm gonna. This is gonna be my prediction though, and you hinted on it, but the Scalebound game, they did say it was canceled, but they just filed a patent to I guess acquire or whatever to get the Scalebound name back.
Microsoft did?
Yeah, so meaning they might still do something with it. I think we see something like that.
Huh. Okay.
But
Kinda.
that's pretty much. I mean, I don't know.
Microsoft's the biggest mystery
Yeah.
of this, and the fact that they're going early. The thing is, they had all the confidence going into this because they knew they had Scorpio, but something's gone wrong. Or else, I mean, I'm surprised we haven't seen anything. So
Or maybe not. We don't know.
maybe, yeah, we don't know.
Knights of the Republic reboot or remaster, maybe.
Maybe I'd take it. They need something because PlayStation's got that crash, and you name it, they're getting all the remasters right now. PlayStation's killing it. All right, what else is that day? We gotta get moving.
That next conference is going to be Bethesda.
Oh baby, one of my faves.
That's going to be a hard one to come
Anything
up with stuff for.
confirmed?
They said expect to hear latest on Fallout. There's supposed to be a Fallout VR.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
There's also a
Dishonored,
Fallout spinoff, I think, kind of like in the...
Wolfenstein, Doom, Quake. Pretty much their main players, but...
Yeah. Prey came out so quick. I'm surprised because that was the big thing from their deal last year. It was a big surprise. It's like, oh my God, Prey's coming out. And then they covered a lot of Dishonored too. Bethesda's tough. Do you think we see early Elder Scrolls or no?
I think we see something about it.
I don't think at this point it's early.
If you see Elder Scrolls, they normally put out a trailer before. That's why I don't think it's going to happen.
If you see Elder Scrolls, it comes out this year. They're going to give it the Fallout treatment.
I don't think you see anything Elder Scrolls then.
Yeah.
Because when Fallout 4 came out, you had a trailer like a week before E3, and it just dropped. And then they had the whole thing where they showed the gameplay and how amazing it was. I just don't think it's time. I really don't. If you got Fallout DLC coming out and you got Fallout spinoffs, I don't think you see Elder Scrolls. But I feel like you see a new IP of some sort. I don't know if it's Arcane, because Arcane did Prey and they had Dishonored recently, so you'll probably see some DLC along those lines. But I don't know if Dishonored even sold that well.
They'll probably show that new Quake game, Quake
Arena or something like that.
Legends, something, I don't know.
But yeah, maybe I think you're going to see a new IP. I just don't know what it'll be.
I'd like to see something from Wolfenstein.
That's what I guarantee you see Wolfenstein. Because that's the
Wolfenstein could happen, yeah. Because Doom, and then they took some time off.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Bethesda should be fun. I love Bethesda.
They always have a great conference.
But I'm still predicting Elder Scrolls.
And they've been killing it with the collector's editions lately. The one right in front of me. Mm-hmm. I want to see what collector's edition they have this year.
Yeah.
Because they got to be doing something fun. Because you had I don't have it up here anymore, the Pip-Boy the year before.
Mm-hmm.
Monday, 3 conferences. We probably will only do 2 of them because we will probably not watch the PC gaming show.
Yeah, unfortunately. Sorry, PC gamers.
Skip that. But Ubisoft first up. This says that there's going to be a busy show. They're obviously showing their new Assassin's Creed. They're showing Far Cry. They're showing The Crew 2. They're also showing Fractured But Whole.
Yeah! I keep forgetting about that.
And you said it wrong. It's Fractured But Whole.
Oh.
Fractured But Whole.
Like butthole. Fractured But Whole.
Fractured But Whole.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the way he said it more.
Butthole.
Fractured But Whole.
So that's pretty much everything that they've said was going to happen. I'm just wondering what's going on with that Far Cry picture we saw.
Yeah.
Was it just, hey, here, we're going to make a new Far Cry, and then it turns into Far Cry 5, or are they going to do something?
They got to be showing
with like a remaster or something? Because there's got to be a reason why they showed that and not like a pasture with, Hope County or something on it.
It's storming outside.
Reason. Yeah.
Just so you know, it's picking up on the mic. I would love to see a Far Cry 3 remaster.
Mm-hmm.
Even a Far Cry 2 remastered would be awesome. That's a cult classic. A lot of people think that's the best Far Cry game.
That was in South
Africa.
Was it South
Africa?
It
was like super realistic. Like you could get sick and your guns would break and they would jam, and it was a fun game. It was just really hard. So I'd like to see that maybe.
It's interesting you don't hear anything Tom Clancy on that list.
Yeah, I think you have to see a Tom Clancy game here.
And I think it's
no more Rainbow. You think it's Splinter Cell? I think it's coming back because you get Ghost. I mean, it's time.
Rainbow Six. They did Ghost Recon. They had The Division.
The question is, do you see anything else for The Division? No. Because The Division has had a recent rebirth with its whole Outbreak or whatever the heck that DLC was called.
That
the Storm, Winter, or whatever.
Siege is still going strong.
Yeah, Siege is going, and it's in year 2 still. Siege is huge. It's like Overwatch status. I did not anticipate that game to be. It's super fun. Yeah. It's super great, but I'm just so shocked that it's still doing so well. It's great.
Unless you bring back Hawks.
You don't Tom Clancy Hawks.
Tom Clancy.
I love Tom Clancy Hawks, man. Getting that 3D cinematic mode.
Although
I'm like Tom Cruise.
Although there is supposedly rumors of like an Ace Combat coming out soon, so maybe
they have an Ace Combat VR.
Maybe they want to combat that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you see a Splinter Cell. I hope you see a Splinter Cell. When was the last one? That was 2014, 2013. Because I was on the PS3, so that was 13.
Let me confirm that, because I want to say it was like 12.
It's been 4 years since we've seen it. No, it came out at the end of the console cycle, I remember, because I bought Grand Theft Auto right after it, and it consumed me. So, do you have any predictions? Do you think you see a Rabbids Rayman game or something like that?
I think you see that more in the Nintendo section, which we'll get to that. But I mean, Ubisoft is pretty much bread and butter. They're same stuff.
Yeah.
Not too many things new, but we'll see.
We'll see. I'm excited for Far Cry, though.
Yeah, definitely. Shortly after that is going to be the PlayStation E3 Media Showcase.
Oh, God. That is a hard one to predict because they just kill it every year.
Big lineup coming out. You've got God of War. You've got the Days Gone game.
Yeah.
You've got Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, God.
There's probably countless others that they've shown that.
I'm gonna say
You got to see Last of Us gameplay.
Knack 2.
Knack 2 as well.
Yeah.
Knack 2, 10 out of 10.
I'm gonna say it right now. God of War comes out this year.
God of War does come out this year. I think you see Last of Us gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see Ace Combat VR. You'll see some more VR titles.
There'll be some VR heavy things.
And I hope they are supporting this new peripheral that they just got out because I hear it's amazing.
What is it?
It's like a gun rifle peripheral. Like IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. They said they got to support this thing.
Yeah.
That game Dick Wild that we played supported it.
Does it?
So I'd be interested to see how it works.
I think
future
that
video.
game,
yeah, keep on looking.
I think that would have been a little bit easier with the.
Yeah, it depends on what it is. The move controller with the bow and arrow. I mean, you can't replicate that. But some of those like rifle and grenade launchers. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Sony, man, that's a mixed bag of just awesome. Unless they come out and they're flat and they don't have anything, because they came out last year and it's like, boom, baby, here it is.
At the very beginning, then they kind of like the ending you say for your big thing, and then they showed like Skylanders.
Yep.
Which I've heard that they were going to show their PS Pro.
I heard it was supposed to be Red Dead.
Was it?
Because that whole nightclub shooting happened, and for some reason they're just like, we don't need to show this. I'm like, why? I mean, you got other games with guns in it.
Why would that affect that?
Yeah, but there was speculation that Red Dead's reveal was supposed to be at the end of the PlayStation conference.
See, I thought it was PS Pro.
So do you see Red Dead gameplay at PlayStation's conference? Because it's apparent that they're giving out.
You might.
Would that be a good Rockstar move? I don't know, because they're always king of the trailers. They always say, we're going to do what we want to do.
Yeah, they usually don't put a affiliation on their games.
They don't need a stage. They are top of the game, totem pole.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that trailer came out, and within like hours, it was
blowing up.
4 or 5 million, just in like 2 hours.
You got to see something from Red Dead at E3.
Oh, you will.
I mean, come on. That game was supposed to come out this year, and now it's early 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to see something.
Does Take-Two have a conference this year?
2K?
Yeah, 2K.
I'm not sure if they do.
They don't?
Because they normally announce with other... They do Xbox and PlayStation.
Okay.
Which we should have probably predicted some of their stuff, too.
We'll see Borderlands.
You think so?
Have to.
What about anything BioShock related? Because I really feel like this whole collection wasn't just by chance.
You're not going to remaster it for no reason.
Infinite 2.
Best
Landon's favorite
of
game
all time. I'm excited to get to Infinite so I can see what Landon's talking about.
It's not the worst game ever.
It's actually pretty good.
It's not the worst game.
It got me into the BioShock series.
I mean, I'm on a real Dishonored kick right now, and I'm going to probably switch over to Prey, and then I'll probably jump on it. But I got to finish BioShock 2.
Plus, Troy Baker was really good in it.
Mm-hmm. I love Troy.
I actually got emotionally attached to those characters.
And it's a weird story. I know how it ends. It was one of those I thought I'd never play it, so I just...
Spoilers for earlier, man.
What?
We were talking about Dead Space. And I'm like, the stuff at the end, I didn't know you hadn't played it.
Oh, I played Dead Space?
No, BioShock, remember?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
good.
Yeah,
I guess I wasn't paying attention.
Good.
Tuesday.
Nintendo.
Tuesday's the last day. Nintendo. Super Mario Odyssey we're going to see. We're going to see lots of other Switch stuff. Probably going to see some ports to the Switch from Wii U.
You think you're going to see anything by Nintendo, man? I really don't think we are. I really think it's going to be more Splatoon. I don't anticipate it.
Splatoon comes out in July or June?
Yeah, and then June is ARMS.
It's going to be Odyssey.
It's going to be Odyssey. I think that's all they're going to have. I just cannot build up anything Nintendo right now. But I'm with you. I'm all for it. If they start showing ports and stuff, bring it on, baby. I hope I'm surprised.
Good. They also, the creators of the I Am Setsuna game, that was released on PlayStation and Switch, they ported it over. They're making a new game coming out. Don't remember what the name of it is, but it's a JRPG.
Okay.
PS4 is getting it, and the Switch is getting it.
So, I don't know. I'm hopeful. I hope we see something good because I want my Switch to actually do more than just sit on my my shelf.
You'll see Breath of the Wild DLC.
Yeah, you will.
Yep.
Man, I gotta play that game some more. The problem with that game is it's not very like boom, 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 story beat.
Yeah.
It's like go find your adventure, and that gets old real quick when you're just running around. And it's great. It's great on the go. Like if there's nothing like it than like if you go on a road trip or something and you bring it with you, you're like, holy shit, I got an open world game to play in my pocket. Well, not really in my pocket, but it's just kind of hard to play at my house.
Yeah.
I got other games I'd rather play right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nintendo, it's a tough one. I hope we see stuff.
Yeah.
I'd love to see what Mario Odyssey has to offer. That's going to be a great game.
I think we'll see something Pokemon related.
Yeah, probably Pokemon. What about you, Alan?
They've got Fire Emblem stuff coming out.
I'm still hopeful of Super Mario RPG 2 with them talking to the Rabbids person or people.
My prediction is that they bring over some major Wii U games, starting with. I don't want to say Super Smash Brothers, but I do.
You've got to.
I feel like they would. Yeah, they'll probably give it the deluxe treatment. It'll be Super Smash Brothers Deluxe because you got all these amiibos and you got to use the functionality of them. So they're gonna have to bring. They're gonna probably have Super Smash Brothers by the end of the year, and that's got to be an easy port.
Do you think they bring the Zelda remasters?
Maybe Twilight Princess,
or Skyward Sword.
or Skyward Sword. I would lose my mind. The only problem with Skyward Sword is that it was very motion based, and I don't know if those Joy-Cons.
See how that was on.
Yeah,
trying to move this thing and
it's not very portable when you have to be like this. Because that's how the swords were. You would have to go like around people's shields and stuff. It was great at the time, but they'd have to come up with a new control scheme. But regardless, let's see what Nintendo has to offer. Hopefully they offer something. That's all if they offer something, I will be the most excited person ever because that's all Nintendo has to do at this point. Show us something.
Yeah. It's a week away. It's my, I don't know. This and like the end of the year is my favorite time. Time of
we're gonna be partying over here. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna get some pizza. Watch the stream live.
Yep.
Hopefully, we got to get that figured out this weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna see what we're doing,
then,
but
we'll get all set up.
It's a great time to be playing video games. And,
it is.
Having a console.
I'm getting back in my mode too, man. Dishonored's really getting me right now. I really enjoy it. Like I want to play Prey so bad now, but
the little bit I played of Prey reminded me of BioShock.
Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks good. But anyways, so what do you think of E3? What do you think of all that John news? I know this was a really long topic, but you know what? It's that time of year, baby. Get hype.
Yep, get ready. There's going to be a million videos.
Hype. Yeah, look out. Your feed's going to get blown up. But yes, put down in the comments below what you think and what you're predicting for E3. But moving on to the next topic. It's Alan's turn, baby. Top 10 Tuesday in the house.
I have a fun topic for you guys.
Oh, do you?
Let's do it.
It's going to be top 10 titties. Not really.
Damn it! Oh, hey, shut up. Brandon's talking about coming back next week. We'll see if so. If he is, bruh, you're doing a top 10, and it better be titties.
I don't even know what's going to come out.
Oh, God. It better
be great.
He comes out, and it's just going to be like top 10 scholarships.
Yeah, something like
in
that.
the United States. And be like, oh, did not expect that one.
Top 10 tech companies.
All right, let's hear it, Alan. What is your top 10 list for this week, buddy?
This top 10 list is going to get some conversation from both of you guys.
Uh-oh.
It's going to have some probably divisiveness.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be controversial.
Uh-oh.
It is the top 10 superhero movies.
Ooh. That's very fitting for this podcast. Because coming up next is the Wonder Woman review, which is probably already released if you're watching it over on youtube.com/GameMisconduct. Whoo! Listen to that thunder. That's actually Zeus.
Because of this top 10.
Yes, because of this top 10.
Or Shazam.
Or Shazam.
Yeah.
Shazam!
Or Thor.
Shazam! It is Thor. He's, Mjolnir or whatever that you say.
All right.
Let's hear it.
Number 10. You guys are going to immediately hate this.
Oh, God.
Batman Forever.
Why is that on your list?
Jim Carrey was the perfect Riddler.
Are you kidding me? Landon, come through this camera right now and smack him in the face. Like, what the hell, man? Batman Forever.
You could have put Iron Man 3 there.
And I also got the Rotten Tomato scores for them all.
Oh, Lord. What's that one?
The Rotten Tomato score by the critics, I got the audience score too, is 40. And the audience is 33.
When I was a kid, I loved that movie.
They were great movies.
I mean, and it's the difference between like when you were a kid and you watched like the original episode 1 through 3, you were like, oh, these are great. But back now, it's horrible. I remember when Jim Carrey had his little laugh. My mom was in the other room because she was so not interested, and I was running between the screen and like her bedroom reenacting every single thing from the movie, and then he just did this laugh, ha ha ha, and then like I ran into the other room. Like the only memory I have of that movie,
That's
and then
awesome.
the other one is when I tried to watch it on Netflix like 2 years ago and turned it off.
I just remember him having like the whole ultrasonic thing and throwing the batarang at the big thing, and yeah. And then
acid bath.
And then Seal did "Kiss from a Rose" for that movie, and the music video had Tommy Lee Jones falling into the water.
Interesting that's even on the top 10. But
That's
okay.
that's
just a favorite.
funny.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Okay.
But it's number 10. At least I didn't put it up in the list.
Yeah.
Number 9, The Avengers.
Wow. Okay.
First one?
First one, yes.
Okay.
That's shocking. That's a great movie.
It's the first time they're together. It's exciting.
Yep.
I was so hyped for it when it came out. I haven't really honestly watched it since I saw it in the theater. So it may be better than I remember it.
It is so good.
But it just...
It's so simple, and that's what makes that movie so good. They do something that should be very complicated and then just bring it down to reality and like, oh, that's how you should do it. I give Joss Whedon props for the first Avengers, not so much the second one, but a lot of that wasn't his fault anyway. That was Marvel doing their thing. I love the first Avengers. Great movie. And it's raining hard outside.
It is.
But it's gonna cool down.
Yeah, you have any intake into that?
I'm actually the opposite. I like the second one better.
Really?
Yeah, I mean...
Interesting.
I
You
don't
had
know.
more team-up moments in the second one?
Correct.
But nothing beats that original team-up
No.
moment.
I liked James Spader in the second one.
Oh, God. He was the worst part. Man. I hated Ultron.
The voice is
Voltron,
good.
whatever the fuck his
The
name
voice is good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just, I don't know. I like...
The whole scene in the second one where they're like hanging around drinking and like shooting the shit. We're superheroes. That was cool. But yeah. I hope we don't lose power. By the
favorite
way,
favorite part of that movie. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what's wrong with you. But when they're all talking about this is what we're going to do to defeat Ultron, they have been talking about picking up this hammer the entire movie, and Vision is just like, here you go.
Yeah,
and everybody just sits there like,
my favorite though is when Steve Rogers like picks it up and it moves for a second, and the look on Thor's face like, oh
yeah. Oh, I've got another one. I think it might be funnier than the hammer, but the part where Hawkeye's in that room with Scarlet Witch, he's like, I don't know what's going on. There's robots everywhere. The city is floating, and I have a bow and arrow. None of this makes sense.
That was a good movie. What was the Rotten Tomato score for the first Avengers?
The first Avengers, 92, and 91 from the audience.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it deserves a higher place, but that's just me. But I'll give it to you. At least it made your top 10.
They are both 90s.
Okay.
Number 8, Batman Begins.
Yes.
Yes.
One of my favorite of the Nolans. I'm controversial in that one. I love Batman Begins. I thought the whole Ra's al Ghul stuff and his origin story was done super well.
Yep.
Liam Neeson was great.
Yeah. I think the other ones were too grounded in reality, and that one had a little bit of the fantasy aspect of it. Mm-hmm. And I was hopeful that they'd go the route of a little bit more of the fantasy instead of the realistic, which they did, which isn't bad. But Batman Begins is probably the most accurate Batman movie, and I will always defend it in terms of moving a comic book to the screen. Mm-hmm. It's a lot like Batman Year One by Frank Miller. I don't know if you've ever read that comic book. It's kind of like the follow-up to The Dark Knight Returns. It tells you just like his whole origin story. There's a lot of influences in it.
Those, I don't think you can do a better Batman series than that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you can either. The first two, at least. I mean, Rises. Yeah. I mean, it's okay, but it's still better than anything besides Wonder Woman.
Rises probably is an honorable mention in my list. Now that I think about it,
it wasn't horrible, but it could have been so much better.
We get to see the destruction of Pittsburgh Stadium, which is nice.
Was the best part. Best part of the movie. What's the Rotten Tomato score on the Batman Begins?
Batman Begins, 84.
Okay.
From the critics and 94 from the audience.
Yep. Yeah, it's a big fan favorite.
That's accurate.
Number 7. Spider-Man 2.
Oh God.
Spider-Man 2 was the good one with Doc Ock.
I hate the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
So yeah,
I hate every Spider-Man movie up until this point.
See,
with the exception of maybe the
Doc
Amazing
Ock was a
Spider-Man.
good villain, though. It's somebody you're not really ever going to see on the screen again, probably.
But it does not hold up. Have you tried watching it?
No.
Where he like turns around and the claws like right next to him. It's just so awkward. It's the most awkward movie I've ever seen, and Spider-Man's hardly in it. Like until the end.
Was that the one that Chad Kroger did the song for?
Yeah.
Too?
Oh no, that's the first one. And then my favorite moment from all of Spider-Man history is at the end when like the whole little floating frigate thing in the water starts sinking, and he's like gliding out of there on his web with Mary Jane, but there is nothing it's attached to. He's literally in the middle of the ocean, but he's still swinging out of there. I'm just like, this makes no sense. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm not. I hate the Spider-Man movies. The original Sam Raimi.
Let's just move on from that one then.
Yeah.
What is the Rotten Tomatoes on that?
Rotten Tomatoes on that is 93.
Okay.
It's an 81 from the audience.
Yeah. I'm sorry, because there's been a heated thing. They really interviewed Kirsten Dunst. Mm-hmm. And they asked her about the Spider-Man movies, and she's like, I really don't care. We made the best ones. So I'm like, oh, bitch. No, you didn't. I'm sorry. You were the worst Mary Jane I've ever seen in my life. The only good thing that came from Spider-Man 2 was the video game.
Oh, yeah.
On the original Xbox.
We'll see that on PlayStation's remaster.
Oh, yeah.
Do you like Spider-Man 2? I'm sorry, I'm shitting on it over here.
I do not. People are gonna just destroy this, but I do not like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man.
No.
He's an okay
Andrew Garfield was
Peter
better.
Parker.
Yeah.
But
even then, he's like 40 years old, trying to be like, Garfield was a better Spider-Man, not so much a Peter Parker. He was too much of a pretty boy.
But very hopeful for Tom Holland.
Oh,
I am too. It'll probably, hopefully, be the first real. But I mean, it's going to be the first Marvel-based Spider-Man. I'm tired of these movies always trying to make superheroes like realistic. Like they have to have an explanation so it could work in the real world. It's comic books. We don't need that.
Just let it happen.
Just let it happen. That's what Marvel does. They don't like try to explain every single thing in theirs. Thanos' power gauntlet is realistic because of this. And like, no, it's just comic books.
Yeah.
But whatever. Sorry, like you said, this is going to be a heated discussion.
It's gonna, yes.
All right, that was your number 7.
Yep.
We can get moving. I'll stop.
Number 6, Iron Man.
Good choice.
It started the MCU. It laid the groundwork.
It's a great movie.
Robert Downey was perfectly casted as Tony Stark.
Mm-hmm. Third half of that movie's a little rough.
A little bit.
But everything up
You
to
said
that
third half.
I'm sorry. Third part. I'm still heated over there.
John, you have anything to add? Or are you good?
Like you said, starts it all.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great start.
Great.
It was.
Yeah.
You go back and watch it now, how surprisingly empty it is.
Yeah.
Because like there was no tie-ins with other movies. It was just like, hey, let's just give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you got. Until what's his name shows up at the end.
Yeah. Number 5. This is going to be heated.
Oh shit.
This is going to be
Suicide
really heated.
Squad.
No. That's probably number 1 on the top 10 worst superhero movies.
Batman Forever should be on there.
Whoa! Number 5, Man of Steel.
No, I agree. Here's the thing about Man of Steel. Man of Steel, for what it is, fantastic movie.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it from a story aspect, it's just kind of convoluted and all over the place.
It is.
But what it does very well.
Zod was Shannon was the perfect Zod. Everybody complained at the end about Metropolis getting destroyed. Mm-hmm. If Superman and Zod were fighting in real life,
that's what would happen.
That's what would happen.
Man of Steel's tough, but I think I agree with it being ranked there. I think of that movie a lot. There's a lot of moments in that movie that I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the very first movies that didn't really follow this whole aspect of superhero origin stories. Like, let's just show it from the beginning all the way up. They did they try to be unique, and sometimes it fell flat. But when that movie was good, that movie was good. With the score hitting one of my favorite scenes, actually, probably all of superhero cinema, is the IHOP scene where he's getting his ass kicked by Feora, and she's like sitting there giving him this whole talk about evolution, and it gives me chills every time I watch it. It's so good.
What's fantastic about that too is IHOP got the best marketing ever.
They got the best marketing because that's one of the. I will forever remember that scene. Zack Snyder, I'll give you that movie. I won't give you Batman vs Superman. Hope that's not on your list.
That's going to be later. No, I'm just
a good pick.
John didn't like that pick.
In my opinion.
It's just
It's
not
a divided film.
It's not
It
that
is.
high up for me. It's great, but it's not that high up.
Shout out to IGN, by the way. They rated the Wonder Woman movie 7.9 out of 10, and they're like, oh, easily hands down the best out of the 4.
Oh,
And then they gave the original Man of Steel a 9 out of 10. So
They don't know what's going on. They forget.
we skipped the Rotten Tomatoes on Iron Man.
Oh, what was that?
94 and 91.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
Man of Steel, Rotten Tomatoes, 55.
55, wow.
And audience is 75.
Okay. That's a divided movie, man.
It is.
It is a very divided movie.
Number 4. It's going to be a fairly recent movie. The Rotten Tomatoes score is going to change. Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. Wow. It ranked pretty high, buddy.
Yes.
I'll give it to you.
I thought they
I
did,
wouldn't rank it that high, but
I thought they did a great job developing the story in it.
Yep.
Made you care for a character that I honestly don't even care for.
Yeah.
No offense, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Better female characters.
It did. It still kind of got you too. I mean, you knew what was going to happen to Steve Trevor, but still it was kind of...
No, you don't. This isn't the spoiler cast yet.
Well, I'm not doing anything further beyond that. But anyway,
No, you don't.
it just kind of... The Spoilercast is probably going to come out before this.
Yeah.
So it just kind of got to you, in my opinion. It was well done. I thought the action sequences were good. Ares, I thought, was done well. There's a little bit left to desire.
We'll talk about that
Yeah.
soon.
Yep.
But yeah, number 4.
Rotten Tomatoes, 93 and 93.
It's actually went up since yesterday. It's up to 94 again. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, and it's got like 200 something reviews too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Number 3,
Number 3, baby.
Winter Soldier.
Okay, that's a good
Yep.
pick.
Great pick.
Great movie.
It's kind of had a little bit more of a realistic feel to the MCU. It flipped the whole universe upside down from a Hydra standpoint.
Sure did. It affected everything, even
Yes.
the TV show.
It did. So there's not a lot that movie did wrong.
Okay, I could agree. I could agree.
It's top 5 to me.
It's definitely
Great.
there. I don't know if it's top 5 for me, but I like it a lot. The top 3 is going to be very hard for me, just so you know.
I don't
And it
know.
might change, but
Number 2,
number 2.
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Okay.
which I've flip-flopped on those several times in the past.
I was going to ask, does that count as a superhero movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
They're comic
They're
book.
superheroes,
Yeah,
I
they're
guess.
superheroes.
They're superheroes.
It's an effective movie with the fact it's outside of the whole MCU, but it's still linked to it.
Mm-hmm.
It can be its own thing.
Yep.
It's good. Chris Pratt is phenomenal in it.
Yep.
Dave Bautista is phenomenal in it.
He's my favorite.
Surprisingly, I was a little confused when they
Cast him.
Obviously, I mean, The Rock comes from WWE, and he had some bad starts.
Yeah.
And then he turned into a great movie star. Batista just hit the ground running and just was hilarious.
So good.
You guys have any idea what my number 1 is?
Well, what's the Rotten Tomatoes score on that?
91 and 92.
Okay.
Oh, Winter Soldier was 89 and 92.
That was your number 3?
That was number 2.
What was number 3?
Winter Soldier.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 1. I think I know what it is.
Number 1. Do you have any ideas?
Not really.
Dark Knight.
Oh, shit. Okay. I'm surprised. All right. Go
Heath
ahead.
Ledger was perfect as the Joker in that movie. I don't think it can be portrayed much better.
Okay.
I liked the groundedness of it, to be honest. This is why I was wondering, when you were talking about Batman Begins, I'm like, we might go back and forth on this.
Yeah.
I thought it was a Batman movie.
Yeah.
Personally.
It was. That's another one of those movies that loses me in the third act. I think it was probably one of the strongest movies I've ever seen until you dealt with trying to get rid of the Joker, and they just set up this typical scene, and let me go find him, and we got him. You complete me. Oh, let's throw in Harvey Dent at the end, too.
Yeah.
I just hated that. I think they should have left out the Harvey Dent stuff.
Should have
And that
saved it for the
would've
next
been
movie.
perfect. Yeah, they could have had a great story arc with Harvey Dent instead of just killing him off at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I understand that the set piece for the next movie, but the next movie was not that good. So
Which also, Batman killed him.
yeah,
Let's think about that
yeah,
for a
that was a
second.
little rough. A little rough. Yeah, like Man of Steel. Shout out. That's another thing.
Oh,
Jeez.
yeah.
I like that list. I am shocked one of them didn't make your list.
Rotten Tomatoes on that, by the way. 94 and 94.
Okay, cool.
Which one are you shocked didn't make my list?
It'll be on my top 3 because it's my number 1.
Really? Oh, God. What is it? Okay,
You want me to go ahead?
John, you
Yeah,
want
you go first.
Okay, so one of them is actually a fairly recent one. It's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Haven't seen it yet.
And the thing is, there's probably a lot of controversy behind that. A lot of people are like, they either effing love that movie or they're just like, nothing tops the first one. To me, I think it tops. Only because, and I won't spoil it for you, Alan, but they just did a really good job of bringing more characters in and making me interested in those characters, and then making me interested in previous characters I really wasn't interested in. Mm-hmm. And it just flowed well. Now, maybe I'll see it again, and this will change, and first one will be so good. But I did watch the original Guardians before I went and saw 2. So I have had a recent refresher. So I really like that. Number 2 is Batman Begins. Mm-hmm. I said it when you were doing it's just a Batman movie, in my opinion. And Dark Knight is too. Dark Knight was just so grounded in reality, but Batman Begins is the best way to show how Bruce Wayne, and you don't even need it. You know, so many movies try to like portray the death of his parents, and they just did it the best. You know, they just did it from the start, and they're like, well, let's just run with it. And they made you believe. And when he was finally, that first reveal of him taking those people out in that shipyard gives me chills to this day. Just that guy just walking by it, and he grabbing them and bringing them in like the darkness. So that's my number 2. And number 1 is a fairly recent movie.
Oh God, I know what you're gonna say.
It was so fucking well done. It was the first movie I felt like was an actual comic book movie on the screen, and it had a very small budget. Deadpool.
Oh shit! I forgot about Deadpool.
Deadpool was insanely well done, and it's props to Ryan Reynolds. He took what little he had and made the most out of it. And that is a movie I can just keep watching over and over again. Like, I've watched it probably 4 times now, and not many movies do that for me these days.
You got me with an I forget moment, like I've done with you.
Oh really?
I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie, dude. It's so good. So that's me. What about you, Johnny?
Eric Bana's Hulk.
Oh, shut up.
And the other 2 Fantastic Four movies. No. Number 3. Logan.
Oh, wow.
I haven't seen it yet.
I gotta see that movie, man.
Logan is probably,
that's an adaptation of a graphic novel.
It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it. It's a emotional blood
I forgot
fest.
another one.
Emotional blood fest. That's what I'll give it.
Did you buy that movie yet?
Not yet.
You need to buy it so I can borrow it.
I'm really mad I forgot this one.
I'm going to say number 2. I'm going to give an honorable mention to Dark Knight.
Okay.
Pretty much just that whole series. I love it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, they're all good.
Rachel. Number 2 is going to be, and I'm like you here, number 2 is Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Okay.
It's a great movie. It introduces you to the characters. But my number 1, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, because it expands on it. And it's just, without, I guess, giving it away, you laughed really hard at the first one. Second one, I believe, tops it. Mm-hmm. And it gives you a better story.
It does. But they had so much more they could expand on.
Definitely. Yeah.
It made you just believe in this dysfunctional group that they just find their way into so much mayhem.
And the way that they went through that movie, I'm so excited when everybody finally meets to battle Thanos. Yeah. I'm not that
Avengers
way
is gonna
yet.
Be so good.
I'm scared. Well, no. We'll do that in Wonder Woman. But it's my top 3.
I love it.
So,
which one do you want to honorable mention?
There's one I think we all forgot about, and it's got really high scores on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh,
Days of Future Past.
I didn't forget about it. I think it would almost make my top 10. I love Days of Future Past. I'm just not the biggest X-Men fan, which is why I'm surprised that I really like Deadpool. I guess he's not really X-Men, but he's in the same universe.
So, were you thinking that too, or did you come up with something else?
I came up with something else.
Days of Future Past is a great movie. Is it better than X2 though? I don't know. Because the Nightcrawler scene in X2 is probably one of the greatest moments in cinematic superhero history. That is how you open the movie. Because X2 is definitely in my top 10.
I'm not a big X-Men fan either, but I like Days of Future Past. What were you going to say?
I can't even say it. Never mind. We're done.
What were you going to say?
Spider-Man 3.
Your
Spider-Man
3 superhero movies? Put that down in the comments below. Now, next week, it's going to be Brandon's turn. Hopefully, if he's here. If not, then I will just take over.
Yeah.
I will do top 10 pastries. Just kidding. I'm not going to.
It's going to be something food related.
I don't know. Maybe it won't be. You never know. It's E3 week. It's
won't be,
something,
but it will be.
Super crazy. crazy. But yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. But moving on to the next topic, which is
The
reading of Suicide Squad. The
whole book.
The novelization by David Ayer.
Wonder Woman's.
Yes, Wonder Woman. This is a spoiler review, Spoilercast, whatever you want to call it. So if you have not seen the movie, you might want to click away right now.
Don't watch it.
Now, we are doing this out of format. We normally release part 3 of our podcast on Wednesday, but, since Wonder Woman's out and everybody else has reviewed it, I'm just going to put it up on Sunday. So enjoy. On Wednesday, you'll just get the full podcast, so we'll just do 2 reviews.
Yeah.
But yes, Wonder Woman came out this past week. And, it was good. And I'm going to say it right now. If you watched our reaction, I was wrong, and I'm happy I was wrong. Because I even said that in the reaction. I said, I hope I'm wrong. I hope DC has figured stuff out. I hope this is a good movie because it looks like a good movie, but so did all the other trailers. They made it look like a great movie. And you know what? They did a good job.
And I have been saying it since day one. Wonder Woman is saving the DC universe.
I don't think it's saving. I put on record, I think the DCEU is a best of 7 series, and right now they are tied to 2 because Man of Steel's good in my opinion, and Wonder Woman's good. BVS and Suicide Squad are just horrible.
It's saving it. I'm telling you, it's just turning the
Do you
tide.
think it's turning the tide? What about you, John? Do you think it's turning the tide?
No, because
Justice League comes out this year? Too soon! Too soon!
I literally had to look up Justice League to see what the plot was because I had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on.
Oh. I think we're good.
I think we're good.
We had a little bit of a power surge. No big deal. That was
probably a bunch of anger coming my way.
That was Dark Side. Getting all mad at us.
Move away from it.
There's been zero setup. There was essentially just a terrible Batman.
If
Superman
you would
fight.
have started off with Wonder Woman as your first movie and built off of Wonder Woman, yes, you would. It would have been fine.
I'll put it this way. I'll give you Man of Steel first because I think Man of Steel sets your tone for your universe. I think you should have done Wonder Woman after that and then Batman vs. Superman. I think it would have made Batman vs. Superman a little bit better instead of just throwing Wonder Woman in the middle of it just so that you could have her.
She was the best part of that movie.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it yesterday. If you look back, it kind of makes that movie a little bit better.
Yeah, because it gives you the idea that there's more in this world instead of just throwing a bunch in your face like, oh, don't worry, this is going on in the background.
Yeah.
Like, we need some setup here. And I understand. You had Henry Cavill. And you had a decent success with Man of Steel, and you wanted to continue the story that just did not go in the right direction. That was a movie that the studio just took over and said,
"You don't cram 4 movies in." Okay, we're gonna stop.
Yeah, we're reviewing Wonder Woman.
Yeah, we're not doing this again.
I liked Wonder Woman in the fact that they more than I don't know. I had to go back and watch the other ones to make sure, but I liked that. At the very beginning of the movie, it's Wonder Woman walking into, her workplace or whatever. She gets this briefcase from Wayne Industries. Looks at it. It's a picture that we've seen before.
Yes, I did like that.
So we're like, oh, okay. I've seen this before.
Batman vs. Superman.
Then they go into it and explain it, and they just set. I don't know. They set the world up well. They give Diana I'm not the best Wonder Woman. I am, that she is yet. She's still learning some things. She's still learning about, the world and everything. They give her that kind of like, I'm going to do good. And then she gets, to the real world and she sees that all these things are happening. Mm-hmm. She kind of doubts it, but then in the end overcomes it. And, it's a great movie.
I thought it was a great start. And like you said, the fact that they showed that picture again and they just easily transitioned it, because they could have just very easily just started it off with just like, oh, here's her origin, but they wanted to show you why they originally showed that picture and give you a little bit more of her backstory.
Question on that. Actually, I've been thinking about this. If you go back and watch Batman vs. Superman, is it the exact same picture?
Yeah, it is.
Like they had taken that picture before they even inserted it into the movie or thought of Wonder Woman pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, at least they put thought into that.
Yeah, because they even showed the part where they took the picture in the movie.
That was they showed that, and that was kind of when they were looking at. They had that picture, and then they were kind of Bruce Wayne was looking into it, and then they showed the scenes of Cyborg and Aquaman. Yeah, it was kind of in that same little area.
I think they showed it multiple times because Bruce Wayne finds it first, and then he sends it over to Diana in Batman vs. Superman, like you said. they start showing everybody else. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. They're going to be in the movie. Let's plug our other movie.
It was all taken with Chris Pine and everything.
Yeah, Chris Pine. Because at that point, they had already cast Chris Pine to be in that movie. They had the plan set. I just don't think they had started filming yet. So they probably just did that just to... Because if you look at that image, like... I think there's a little bit of a difference in what she was wearing in the movie compared, but it could still be comparable. Yeah. So, yeah, that was right after a really kick-ass scene where Wonder Woman just decides, you know what? This isn't right. They've been trying to push past this line for how long? I'm just going to go take care of it myself. I will say there was a little bit too much of the slow motion. Ting! Ting, like blocking the bullets. I'm like, all right, you gave me 5 already. Let's move on.
We know what you're doing.
I get it. She can deflect bullets, but when she got in there and just started kicking ass, oh my god, that movie was great. I told Alan this. I didn't get to tell you this, John. This movie does some really good things for the industry as a whole. It shows that you can make a female lead as part of your superhero movies, and sitting in that theater, I sat next to my girlfriend Liz, and then I was sitting right next to a whole group of girls. During various points, and you probably don't know this, Liz, just started looking at everybody as these action scenes were going on, because you had the beach scene at the beginning with the girls kicking ass, and then you had the World War I sequence where she was storming the line, and just to see the look on these women's face, including my girlfriend, just seeing a female lead doing what male leads have been doing for so long, I can't describe. It gave me chills almost. Like they were just smiling, they were enjoying themselves, and for one time in cinematic history, we finally have something that a woman can look up to. And I think that's great, and we need more of that. And it's coming up. Captain Marvel with my girl Brie. I'm just saying.
Do we think maybe this forces Marvel's hand to make a Black Widow movie?
I was thinking that.
Well, they got Captain Marvel coming out before that.
Yeah. I feel like
I don't think it's Black Widow.
I feel like it's too late.
Yeah.
To do one, which
that world's way too powerful now for that to even matter.
Well, they could do her past,
I guess.
Yeah, but
that might be after.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron. Or, I'm sorry, Avengers 3. Sorry, I'm stuck in my Avengers.
Yeah.
No, but I think DC. This has opened a door for them to do, because they've already done it with the Gotham City Sirens that are coming out, and they just need to start doing their females. You bring in Supergirl, bring in anybody you can at this point, because you could lead the industry with female superhero movies, in my opinion, after watching this movie.
Definitely.
'Cause I don't care about Wonder Woman. I really, not that she's not a great character, I just don't care about her storylines. They're kind of boring, in my opinion. I'm a Superman, Batman fan. Everybody's a Batman fan. I love Green Arrow. I love Green Lantern, Flash, but I've just never could get into Wonder Woman, and this movie made me get into it.
Did you notice in the whole little, because they have their own little animated DC thing now, like Marvel does?
Yeah, that was a total ripoff. I was like, what are you doing?
Did you notice they showed the Aquaman and the Flash and stuff from Justice League? There was a Green Lantern.
Yeah, there was.
He might pop.
I mean, he's going. I thought they already cast him, or they're talking about casting him.
They've kind of just been
they made me mad because I kind of wanted them to cast Chris Pine as Hal Jordan, but that's just me.
I want Jon Stewart, Idris Elba.
Oh, that works for me.
Yeah.
He's just
he's in Marvel.
He is, but
you can do multiple roles.
Well, Heimdall might die in this movie, so
you never know. Oh God,
yeah,
that would be the worst. But yeah, no, Wonder Woman's a great movie. There's some things I thought it was a little long. I think they could have trimmed the fat a little bit.
Apparently, DC movies are just going to be long.
They're so long and drawn out, but they keep you interested in this movie, unlike Batman vs. Superman. Third act was a little dry, in my opinion, but most superhero movies struggle with that. I didn't like Ares. I think you should have stuck with Lindendorf, or whatever the fuck his name was, the German dude.
I don't really like...
Instead of Lupin from Harry Potter.
I don't like the actor choice for him.
Yeah, it was a plot twist.
It does give you a good kind of look away. Like most... I didn't really think of it as... him as being Ares, but...
If you think about it, you have the female hero thing, something you don't normally see. So now you have just the average guy that can be a supervillain. They did kind of the contrasting thing there.
Yeah, I guess. But he's still powerful. I mean, he's just deceitful. He's the god of war.
But he's not like super jacked, ripped guy.
Yeah, I didn't need that.
Yeah.
I just think they should have done his costume better, and I think they should have just revealed him a little better.
Yeah.
He should have transformed into like what you see in like Injustice and stuff. Make him look a little more powerful instead of just this dude that's wearing a metal casing that he created.
Magneto.
I'll give it to him. Yeah, he did look a lot like Magneto. I'll give it to him when he did the whole 3-line thing to create his helmet. That was cool. But when he was like walking forward and they're like dong, like through the flames, I'm like, wow, he looks horrible. He looks like a melted mess.
Yeah,
but that's just me. You liked him.
I did. Yeah, I mean, they wanted him to look like that, I think.
I guess it's just the DCEU. They do their own weird takes on things, like Jared Leto's Joker.
I don't. This is getting into Justice League too, but I wish they were putting all the movies before Justice League. I don't think it makes sense to make a Cyborg movie or a,
Aquaman takes place after Justice League.
It does, but I don't.
I just don't.
That's weird. That would be like
they should delay. I don't know why they did Justice League so fast. I know they're trying to catch up, but there's just been no meaning between them, like building up the team.
That would be like making a Hulk movie now, like a standalone Hulk movie.
Yeah, like people want it, but
yeah.
Of course, maybe they're taking the comic book approach. Your comic books all have separate storylines. Then you have a Justice League one where they're all just together fighting, and then they're separate again.
Yeah, I'll say for Wonder Woman, they did what they needed to do with her. They needed to tell her story. I wish there was maybe a little bit more set up, like maybe cut out some of the fluff from the past and like have something at the end to touch on the whole Justice League build-up. But as a standalone movie, it's watchable and it's really good, and that's all they needed.
Had some comedy.
Yeah, she's the perfect.
Oh God,
perfect
woman.
Perfect
Wonder Woman. I love Gal Gadot.
Yeah,
yeah. So
that scene in the cave, that was hilarious.
That was great. Yeah. The whole movie was funny. It was just well paced, and it's apparent that Jeff Johns got his hands on this.
Yeah.
We were watching Suicide Squad yesterday, and I made the joke that Jeff Johns started getting involved with Suicide Squad, and he tried to fix as much as possible and then just gave up because that movie just was a mess. Mm-hmm. You watch the beginning of that movie, it's all over the place, but you could just tell he was just like, man, you guys got to fix this, this, and this, and then it just...
Get a picture of him in the office at Warner's watching the first cut going, no, what is this?
Yep. So this is the first one Jeff Johns got his hands on, and it's apparent.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, have you ever watched the shows on Warner or on the CW? Mm-hmm. Like, they're so well done, and he's been leading those, and they've, like, had all the whole multiverse thing going on. Like, they nail it over there. So the fact that they signed him over here was a great move on their part.
It's still a mistake to not connect those to the movies.
I know, and I can only hope that he helped out with Justice League. I really hope he did, because I want Justice League to be good, and I think it has the possibility to be good. They just have to make it simple like the first Avengers.
I think Justice League is going to be a mess.
I don't think it will. I think you're going to have one of two things. It's going to be a really good movie, kind of like Wonder Woman, solid movie, or it's going to be a mixed one like Man of Steel. I don't think it's going to be a total flop.
No.
I don't see how it could, because you got two knockout stars leading it, and then you got what looks like a really strong lead with Aquaman. He steals the shows in the trailer, and if that's the whole movie, then I think you got a good movie.
See, my whole thing is with everything going on with Zack Snyder, I think you're going to have Snyder has done X amount of work on the movie. He's now exited. Joss Whedon's going to want to do what he wants to do. He's going to be recutting. He's going to be editing. He's going to change stuff. It's going to be a disaster.
If they give him complete control, like he should have had with Marvel, I think it's going to be a great thing for that movie. Because a complete disaster is what happened with Avengers 2, when you had the studio step in and so you have to do this, this, and this. Now, if the studio tells him what to do, then you're not going to get anything from it. It's just going to be a Zack Snyder released movie with help from
Warner
Snyder.
Has done all along.
I know.
They're going to step in and tell them
But I don't think they did it with Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is a clear sign that this is not a studio directed film. This movie had no plug-ins, with the exception of the beginning, to the other movies. It did not try to set anything up. It was just a film.
Was it low budget?
Wonder Woman?
Yes.
I'm not sure. Let me look it up right now.
Because if Justice League is high budget, the studio is going to want to protect their assets.
I'm pretty sure Wonder Woman was pretty high budget, but let me look it up. Wonder Woman.
And budget. She is contract to do it.
She's going to do more?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big budget. $120 million is nothing to laugh at.
Her and, is it Patty Jenkins?
Yeah. Patty Jenkins.
Her and Patty Jenkins signed on to do it at least two.
Yeah.
Let her do all the movies.
Patty Jenkins. Patty Jenkins has she's only directed 3 movies that I saw.
Oh, okay.
She directed Monster.
Okay.
The Charlize Theron.
Yeah, I know that
movie. She did that, which is a great movie. Reviewed well. She did a made-to-TV movie, which I don't know anything about, and she made Wonder Woman.
So somebody at the studio was like,
Yeah.
we need to try this.
They needed the girl power, man. It's Wonder Woman.
She did a great job.
She did. I think it's a great movie.
Yep.
I was wrong. I'm glad you all were right. If you said you were going to be right,
I don't remember what I said.
I said, and I didn't even say much. I just said that DC as a studio has some work to do, and they did it. Yep. They did a good job because the trailers look great up until this point, but the other movies were not. So as a whole, I loved Wonder Woman. I think it's on par with other Marvel movies for a change. I think it earned every bit of its rating.
Definitely.
And you should go see it. What about you, Alan?
I echo your thing 100%.
Okay.
It earned every bit of its rating. As you will see, it's in a top 10 list, possibly.
Yeah, on Tuesday. Check it out.
Yeah.
Top 10 something.
Yeah. John?
Yeah, I mean, definitely go see it. Kind of to echo Tony, it's a great movie, that particularly women, can get behind and enjoy, which, I mean, I did kind of want to touch on this, but if you're mad that there was a all-girl showing of Wonder Woman, you just need to stop watching movies.
I get why you can get mad. I don't like the idea of separating ourselves, but just, for what it is, it's fun. I mean, if you flip the coin, people will get mad. I get it, but like every single movie is male-led, so you don't really get movies like this.
It's a monumental thing.
I just don't think it really matters anyway.
It doesn't.
But
I want to touch on one more thing for all you people that had the argument of reviewers are biased towards DC films and those other movies are great and they love Marvel movies more, so that's why they rated them horribly. Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
So if that tells you anything, they're not biased. They think your movie can be good, but your others were trash. So I just hate that everybody up until this point has been saying that, Marvel's stroking the cash, they're paying reviewers to give these movies bad reviews. No, they were just bad movies.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. So, just my opinion. But if you didn't know, this has been the Game Misconduct Podcast, episode number 34. You can download this podcast on any of the major podcasting websites with the exception of Spotify. We can also talk about how we release it part by part, even though it's out of order this week. Normally, we release it Monday through Wednesday, parts 1 through 3. And then on Thursday with a full video podcast over on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Game Misconduct. Except for this week, we're just going to go 3-1-2. That's what you get. It's a review of Wonder Woman.
Chicago? Really?
Yeah.
3-1-2?
I'm sorry about that. No. Yeah. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also have a social media game over on the Twitterverse. Johnny Pickles89 above his head. And what is our actual account for the Game Misconduct Twitter?
It's at Gamer Misconduct.
There it is, and he updates that daily. Yep. What about yours, Alan? What's yours?
At the Zombie Donut.
Above
it's
your head.
Up here somewhere. Game_Misconduct on Instagram.
Yes, and mine is T_Crossbow with the other two guys down in the description. Now, we do sign off. This just so happens to be related to the topic at hand with a reading from the great book of Ayer, the Suicide Squad novelization. So you want to do that and sign us off for the week, buddy?
This is right before the mixed martial arts fighter one. Like, it's literally like a paragraph before. The thugs moved quickly, though cautiously, through the halls, taking down anything that stepped in their way, not distinguishing between guards or asylum prisoners. One of them, the commander, unhooked a radio from his belt. "She's here somewhere," he said. "Fan out." On the move again, he held his automatic in front of him. Shouldn't I say like automatic rifle? Anyway, straight up, not turned at a 90-degree angle. "Almost looks cool in the movies," he mused, "but it's a great way to break your wrist." Then he said, "And don't forget, Frost and the boss want her breathing." This has been Suicide Squad, the novelization. The worst movie ever of superhero movies.
And this is the Game Misconduct Podcast, episode number 34. See you next week.